When you're working with positive and negative numbers that are usually credits and debits or gains and losses, in Google Sheets, you want to be able to highlight those values so that you can easily see the gains and the losses right away. So to do that, there are simple steps that you can follow. The first step is to actually highlight that entire range, meaning that area, by clicking on the letter, the column letter, in this case, letter A. The second step is to go to the menu up top, click on Format, and then go down to Conditional Formatting. Conditional formatting is where you are able to set the format based on a certain condition. So we see Apply to Range. This is the area that is going to be affected, which is A1 to A1000. That is the range that we are actually formatting. Now for the rule, meaning what condition is going to create that format. For instance, I would like that if the number is greater than 0, if it's a positive number, it will highlight in green. So I will scroll down on this menu and find greater than, and I will type in the number 0. Then I go down to the formatting area and select the desired color. In this case, I'll use a green, that shade of green, and then click on Done. And now we see that the positive values are highlighted in green. So now I need to do the negative values separately. So now I need to add another rule, but we see that the range is C because that's where I clicked. So what you can do, what I'll do to make it easier is I'll just cancel this entire thing and just do the process over from scratch. So I'll just highlight the area again, go to Format, and then Conditional Formatting, the same steps that I just did. Then add another rule because there's already the one that you just created. So add another rule, Format Cells, and under here, less than. Okay, now I'm doing the negative numbers, so I will click on less than 0, right, which are negative values. And for that, I mean, it's just a commonality, right, to make those red, right? So I'll look for a reddish shading for the negative numbers, a red-like color. And from, okay, that's less than 0. And from there, I will click on Done. So now I have values that are greater than 0 and value that is less than 0. Now in this case, there are no actual zeros if these are credits and debits. However, if you wanted to do that, you could also add another rule of equal to 0 if you wanted to do that as well. But for this case, not necessary. But I'll just throw it in just so you know. You can add another rule. In this case, the range stayed the same. The highlight stayed over there. So now I can just do equal to 0, right? Just to cover all situations. And I'll use like a yellow color for equal to 0. Click on Done. And I will, of course, have to actually type in a 0 to see that effect, right? But again, for credits and debits, you wouldn't have a 0. But for gains and losses, you might have a 0 in a case where you have break evens. So it's still good to know how to do that. And that is it. That is how you format numbers, gains, losses, credits, and debits, positive and negative numbers in Google Sheets. You can see the description of this video for other information and resources that I provide concerning spreadsheets, primarily Google Sheets.